Chomps, then you could
Feed him what?
something. You'll find out. If you ever want to change what he looks like and mix things up, there is something you can give him.
Okay.
Fucking Ross dodging saying the word.
I would never have Bip actually say the real word. I would not dare soil
Please.
Bip that far. Katie would actually murder me if I did.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, shoot me in the face next time I run Cyberpunk. Oh, sorry, guys. My finger slipped.
Grab the copious
Oh,
amounts of
sorry.
swords that are here.
She's really invested in the Cyberpunk thing. She's packing actual heat and stuff. Oh.
Oh, that's why.
Oh,
Rubber Raggy.
How would you guys react if I gave him a new name?
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I think each form deserves a new name.
Yeah. Because, I mean, this is his little baby face, so once he gets
Mhm.
bigger...
I think you should expand on Bip. Like, just make it more complex. Like, Bip follow me or something like that.
I like that.
No!
Like
No!
Bartholomew,
That's
but Bip.
horrible! No!
It's great. I'm a genius.
I
Shut
mean-
up.
You can go from Bip Bartholomew to Bipopotamus.
Bip the whip.
I was thinking of going more of a,
Bipley?
What?
Bipley?
I can't even tell the fucking light on.
What'd you say?
Blipply or not.
Hey, Union. Thanks for the hydrate.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
trying to have him
Oh,
be
well,
more of a
whoops.
serious character.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Arcadian Campaign. This is a Fate Core tabletop set in the world of Skies of Arcadia, where our wonderful cast and crew of the Arcadian Campaign traverse the skies all the way from the 6 to 7 denizen moons of the world of Arcadia and back again in Indiana Jones-esque Victorian-era sky piracy with magic and mystery abound. Our lovely cast and crew here today are the usual cast and crew, the only cast and crew of the Pow Long. So let's give a warm welcome and do a quick shout out. Oh man, Ardru. Let's give a quick sound off to start our evening, starting with Mordecai.
Hey again, fellas. It's Tillin playing Mordecai Talark once again. Sundered Spear from the Seer, Son of the Sands, and Shepherd of the Talarks, since we did mess with some aspects last time.
Yes, last time on the Arcadian Campaign we did level ups.
Yeah.
So now we're getting into the nitty gritty of what our episode will be. So following up next is Lisha.
Hi, I am young Lionheart once again playing Laisha this round. Witty, cat-like, okay, spy-like, I'm here to mess up shit and apparently use my elven eyes to notice some shit.
Next up, Delashi or Delcy.
Hi, I'm KT. I play Delashi. Delashi has found her father and is still finding her way. She uses ice magic and a whip that was passed down to her.
And last but not least, our rootin' tootin'.
Hey, it's your boy Darku. I'm playing Frost. I'm the captain of the ship. I have a lot of fires to put out while they're having a family moment.
You really do. You really, really do. Making sure everyone's good. Okay. Beep. Oh, there we go. So, to recount events from last time, the last Arcadian campaign, we did level ups. The time before that, we found Delashi's father and made our way back to the Pow Long. We're demon some posture checks here. I've realized I need to update my points for the session. Give me un momento, por favor.
It will.
So, last time we ended up finding Delashi's father, doing our level ups, and getting some more information in regards to Arcadia, the world itself, and what happened previously. As we know, currently, Now that our crew is back aboard the Pao Long, they have resolved their contracts with the help of Delcy's father, Alred Barlow, who, upon using their family's magical medicine in the form of therapy, which helps turn the clock of time on certain wounds, opened up. I am all sorts of fucked up today. Sorry. All right, let's go. Thanks to Delcy's father, our crew is absolved of their contracts. The contracts posed on them after their fateful encounter with a Bane clan member known as Arthur.
Oh, say back.
Now they are no longer under this mind-controlling contract. They have more of their free will and are able to act with more agency instead of doing things under the sidelines. With our crew now back at the Pao Long, they know there is a purple moonstone gigas, which Delcy's father kind of works alongside, being a denizen of the Purple Moon. Understands that it is within the undercrop, the underhanger of the city of Glacia, which is where they currently are residing, on the ice and snow. Trapped within the sleet of ice in the temple's ruins, our crew has the Pao Long, where above them on the surface of the ice, we hear faint sounds of gunfire and magical blasts happening. Our crew is conversing among themselves, still having some time of respite away from whatever is going on topside, but still having a mission in mind, needing to go to the Gigas itself, acquire a item or weapon that is within the Gigas of the Bane clan, and present it back on the Isle to prevent Arthur's further machinations. There's a long, lively bunch of crew members on this ship. That is not only our crew of the Pao Long, our primary cast, now joined by Delcy's father. Shalu is below deck, along with Gregorio, and other NPCs, such as Beryl of the Bane clan, as well as a friendly assist in the form of Arsene Lockley, another blue rogue mercenary. So with that, stage is all yours. You have, as a crew, the option to talk amongst yourselves. Think of this kind of like a before the storm, the calm before the storm, as the title is aptly named. Chance to figure out the next plan and figure out the next motion, finish up some loose ends, and see what fireworks kick off. And with that started, Lisha, give me a investigation roll or a notice check. Your choice. Be something different for either one.
I do that roll. Okay, thanks, Fate. I can already tell, or Foundry, I can tell how you're gonna turn out tonight.
Not a bad roll. It's not, this roll's not a hard roll, but if you want to throw some style into it, you can. Your choice.
I'll use cat-like. Throw in some.
Cat-like.
I swear to God, I hate
What?
right now. Man, I'm too tired to deal with this shit. Throwing cat-like in.
Cat-like +2, total of 4. What you notice is there are 4 crew members currently missing. There is Adam, Jax, as well as Pilly, and It's the mole. Hervas. Hervas.
About to say,
There we
don't you
go.
dare forget my crew member.
There we go. I'm like, I'm so bad with names, but I got them. I got them. So those 4 crew members are specifically not here, or at least scarce, from what you could see.
So, are you gonna make some food for the crew, Mordecai?
I can if we have time. Based on the activity on deck and state of prep, how long do I think I have until like we like get moving?
There's probably about 45 minutes, maybe less, so you get moving. Enough for a quick meal, but not a full course.
Mm-hmm. We might be able to stop something together.
You know, I'll say an hour. I'll say an hour.
Never
did
really
you say?
asked how good are you in the kitchen.
Me?
Yes.
I don't think this is something I've thought about.
Yeah. I have a recipe. It's written down.
I'm gonna say decent.
Okay.
Pretty mid.
Pretty mid.
But we can like make an announcement to the crew if you'd like, and they can have some home cooking, Nasirian home cooking.
Most of the crew is Nasirian. so,
Yeah, most of them are Nasirians.
Yeah, most of the crew is
That'll
Nasirian.
Go over well. But as like a little, it's an actual meal. You know, we've been sailing for a while. A little bit of a celebration, that sort of thing. Yes.
You wanted to get their attention.
Shield over.
Do we have a gong on the ship?
Have we had a gong this whole
It
time?
is a Yafutoman ship.
Mark, we would have used the gong so many times.
I would have gotten in so much trouble with that gong.
Well, you have it now.
Okay, we have a gong.
Oh
Do
shit!
the
Yeah, I
sound
forgot.
effect.
I totally installed that the last time.
Alright. Mordecai is going to be making some Nasirian home cooking, a recipe from his mother. I will be helping as a sort of, a slight respite. You know, we've been traveling for a lot and everybody needs a good meal, so we're gonna relax for a little bit before we get going again.
Yeah, here.
Uh,
Hope you all like curry.
roll me crafts.
I love curry. Wait,
Roll
can
me
I
cla-
assist?
crafts or resource.
Can I
Resource.
assist?
Sure.
Yeah, I was gonna have Delashi assist.
Because I'm literally helping. So just, what
It's crafts or resource. My crafts is much better than my resource.
what would me assisting do?
Either give him an advantage, so either a +2 or a reroll.
Just give him advantage.
Alright. Rolling crafts for food.
For the food.
Macaroni and cheese.
Ooh.
Macaroni and chess.
I'd be happy to throw +2 on that, and if my inherent if my inherent crafting bonuses on the ship apply, that's really high.
You whip up a quick, magnificent meal.
With Delashi helping, that's like a 10.
Easily, solidly, done. Above and beyond. You go whip up, you find the freshest ingredients that you have on deck. Made even fresher, the fact that you've been in cold, arid temperatures, keeping the stock, keeping everything nice, tempered.
Quick setting question, actually. I'm so sorry
Correct.
to interrupt you, but it just occurred to me. I'm not saying I'm proficient enough in green magic to do this, but if someone was proficient in green magic, since it has to deal with like life energy and healing, could you potentially like, I don't know, keep vegetables fresher longer or like supercharge them or something?
Yes,
Like,
actually.
rad. Potential character idea. Booking that for later.
There's you. Old sidebar about it later, but that was someone early in the campaign that was going to do that.
Okay.
Mark, while they are making the meal, can Ross go through and do a head count of the crew?
Yes, you and Lisha go through and do a head count of the crew. As Lisha points out to you, the 4 sus individuals.
Okay. As Lisha points them out, of course, Ross has his hands on his gun as he walks, and he's like kind of keeping his hands on while he's walking. He's gonna hunt down those 4.
All right. Roll me investigation.
Okay, she's like, I'm done.
We're going to burn 3 fate points. Locked and loaded, part of the ship, and Deadeye, as there's a combination of being the captain, he's keeping that present, so he's going to be looking for them, so it's going to be a 6 overall.
Nice. All right. So you're burning. You burning. You going here. All right.
I got 7 to burn. Don't worry, baby. I got plenty.
You find 3 of the 4 individuals. You find Jax, you find Peli, and you find Hervas. Hervas seemed to be very suspiciously hanging around the Increm chamber, like the sauna, the
room that
Increm
Ross sleeps
sauna.
in?
Yeah, suspiciously around that sauna right there.
Okay.
Peli is down on the side decks where a lot of the rest of the crew and cabin quarters are, peeking through others' belongings. As well as Jax has been going through your munitions.
Okay. As we're going through, because how long does it take them to go make this meal? Like, give me a time estimate.
I would say for them to make this meal takes them about 20 minutes.
Okay. As Ross approaches each one, he's gonna kind of quiet walk up, thanks to the Yafatuman souls kind of dampening his sound. He's gonna stand right behind every single one so they notice that he's standing there. Doesn't say a word, just staring down at them, watching what they're doing.
I need you to roll me empathy.
Can I use attention to detail so I can use investigate instead of empathy?
Yes, you can in this point.
All right. So we will roll that, and it's only not what I'm
gosh.
looking for.
Why did the music stop?
No. Do more of this.
Dude, trigger a boss battle on the ship? My gosh.
They will if they're fucking with our stuff.
Yeah, depending. Here we go. There we go. So what is your total roll?
It's going to be a 1.
Your total roll is a 1. Jax and Hervas seem to just be doing normal crew work as far as you can tell. Peli, however, you see her holding an orb, and she immediately kind of tucks it behind her back and is like, hello. Hello, Rost.
Hands now.
Yes, here you go. And she shows her hands out.
Is the orb in the hands?
The orb is not in the hands.
Ross staying there menacing because he's, captain, tall stature. I was looking down and I was like, tell me, do you normally pick through the crew's belongings?
I don't know what you mean. Roll empathy again. Or you can also roll intimidation.
Rolling empathy. Intimidation is not one I have points in.
Okay. 4. Easily, you are reading her like a book. You know that she is, while some semi-honest, there is a liar's tale about her, where it is not an easy lie that she is doing, but it's coming almost offhandedly.
He just kind of raises an eyebrow and just kind of like stands there menacingly, looking down at her.
Looking at me menacingly.
Menacingly.
Really now?
Yes. Is something wrong, Rust? Are you okay, Rust?
Gaslighting you.
At this point, like, his hand's sitting on like the grips of his pistols. You see his like thumbs and then start tapping.
God, if you
Looks
shoot
left.
my crew member,
Looks right. Is going to grab her by the back of the scruff and drag her to the top deck. Very
Roll me
forcibly.
fighting.
We're in the kitchen.
yeah.
Fires of revenge for another +2 on top of that.
Easily, you take and just grab her, and she is not able to put up much of a fight against you. At this same time, I need Lisha to roll me investigation. Or actually, correction, notice.
Damn, girl.
Lisha, you notice that as this commotion semi starts between Vrost and Peli, Hervas quickly takes notice, also has an orb out, and quickly darts around the corner.
Yeah.
Go get that ass.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like a cat with a mouse.
Yep. It's got like that anime cat face, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Pursed lip.
Yeah.
She just.
All right, Lisha, roll me fighting. Are you go? What are you actually? Correction. Before I even say that, what are you doing first as you chase after this man?
Stalking her prey.
Stalking. Okay, stalking. Roll me stealth.
Stalking her prey.
That has a natural +2 to it.
Yeah. All right. So as you are stalking, Hervas, you see him take out the orb and is huddling almost like a gremlin in a corner and whispering to the orb.
Gremlin.
What are you doing?
He's just gonna, you know,
Are you-
kind of like sneak up and peer over his shoulder, like.
All right. You sneak up and peer over the shoulder. Hervas is communicating with a figure on the other side, giving information quickly on the situation. As he says, it's like, crew has come back. It seems that they also have the older one. And as he's like saying, he's basically recounting that you all are back. Peli has just been kind of oddly grabbed by Ross, and he's a bit concerned.
She's just gonna listen.
Just going to listen? All right.
Oh, yeah, she's just, you
Don't
know.
tell them we have my father.
I know. We're cooking. We're having a great time. We're bonding. Also, the curry is the delicious smelling brick of condensed flavor right there. It's the
Continues more into unsure of the situation with the one who took the 4 of your orbs. So unsure of the situation with Shalu, whether he is friend or foe. and then also going into updating that Beryl is now on the ship and Arsene is on the ship. And that you seem to be somewhere within the lands of ice. Sabotage is going slowly but surely. You stay for the full conversation, then he wraps up. And as he wraps up, I need you to roll me another stealth check, because I will... if he sees you peering over him. Nope. Not at all.
Skyrimming this poor man. Crouch.
As he turns around and you are gone like a fart in the wind.
Oh no, she's not gone.
As you are right there, silent but deadly, waiting at the side.
Just that face and shenanigans. Just
The face and shenanigans. Yeah, and Hervas is just going to continue like doing the cat shoulder wiggle as he kind of goes around the rest of the ship.
what
And-
if I steal the orb off of him?
Roll me. It should be. I believe it's deceive. There's
I have burglary.
burglary. Correction, burglary. That's what it was. Roll me burglary. I'll roll with the against. Are you spending any fate points?
Yeah, I'll use wit like knives.
All right, you beat it then. Boom, 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 boom. You are able to pilfer rifle like with a deft and quick hand through the pouch and steal the orb of communication that Hervas was oh so coveting. All right. Rouse, you go and bring Pelly up to the deck. As you do, we're going to continue with Mordecai and Delcy first, and then we'll get to you interrupting. Mordecai, Delcy. At this point, continue your conversation and wrap it up from what you were doing in Discord.
Was there anything else you wanted to ask? As I'm chopping up veggies and meats and stuff.
Oh my god. The music keeps just getting randomly louder.
Yeah, it keeps getting randomly louder. I'm going to put on a different one.
Alright, this is my cooking music. Let me
Actually, this is much more fitting. There we go.
Cooking?
No, for where you guys are located.
I'm gonna read through this real quick to catch myself up.
No problem.
The only thing is...
Remember, tonight's session is sponsored by Give a Fuck. When you can't, we can.
I'm just gonna have give a fuck branded on the side of the Palwong.
Thank you,
Also-
Union.
I know I asked inside, and I know you're concentrating on what you're doing. Do you still prefer Dalashi or Delcy? I've been trying to stick with what you told me.
Either
But-
or is fine at this point. I'll answer to both. Does that
Right.
bother you?
No. It's more about now that say your true self, in like exaggerated quotations, is out and about, just what you prefer.
Hmm.
So I met you as Dalashi, so that's probably what I would default to, but if you would rather be known by your true self, then that is also fine. It's preference.
I do think that when we are around the Bane clan, call me Delashi.
All right.
Because as of right now, this group is the only ones that know my real identity.
All right. Well, I was probably going to stick with Tadashi anyway, just because once again that's how I met you.
That's fine. To touch on the more serious subjects that we were talking about, you never answered me on what you would do in this situation that I could very well be put in about whether saving your family member or saving the world.
I don't remember it's being quite worded like that, but it is hard to say.
Making a choice.
Making a choice. Oh, it's really not a fair question to ask anyone, or have thrust upon them as it may potentially have been with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like it's going to satisfy what you're looking for here, though.
I'm not looking for anything. I just am wondering.
No, I don't want to give you a cop-out answer, but it's one of those, impossible questions.
You would have to be in the moment to make the decision.
It would, if I had to make a decision, and it had to boil down to a moment when, from a backseat in a hypothetical, making the logical choice, so on and so forth. Without a world to live in, there's no family anyway. But if you're the one who has to make the decision, if there's two baskets and one of them contains the entire world and one of them ensures your family's safety somehow, you want both. I am slightly worried with the situation that Nitok has been put into that I might be facing a similar circumstance. But I don't know.
True.
I'm gonna roll dice on that table real quick. One second. If I can pull it out. There we go. I mean, I can find something in you, but I don't know if I've said out loud in character before.
Of course.
There have been moments in this year, once my family started getting put into the picture again, where I feel like if things had been a little bit different, a little worse, a little more dire, I might have made much different decisions or with much different intentions. If Sayla, when we found her in the tube,
Mm-hmm.
if we had found her and she was gone, like dead.
Yeah.
I don't think I would have stopped with, what was his name? I'm like flexing the claw. Mark, what was that guy's name?
On the tip of my tongue.
It was Colton.
Yes.
That sounds right. I would have done far worse to Colton. Granted, it was Lisha who put the hole in his chest and ended the fight very quickly. But if I had my way,
Yeah.
it would not have been something that I would do now. Hindsight 2020 and all that, it's easy to pick that apart now, but This is a long-winded way of saying once again, it's an impossible choice no one should ever have to make. And you could say an answer now, but if push came to shove, I don't know if I'd be able to follow through with the correct answer, which should be prioritize the world and everyone else. Sacrifice the few for the many and some such, but
Did you say that the correct answer is relative?
subjective.
Mhm.
Sure. It's at this point, like Mordecai's like motions and as far as like cooking up like stopped as he's like really giving this thought. It's yeah, no, it's horrifying. It's the things nightmares are made of. It's what no one should ever have to actually come across, and yet the world we live in, it is a very real thing.
Mhm.
So.
We've seen it ourselves. I just fear that if I were to make a decision like that, I would do it, and I wouldn't care.
I don't think I could fault you for that, but I don't think in that moment you could fault me for attempting to pull you back from that.
No, because you're you. I would expect it.
Oh fuck! I think we're gonna be serving liquor with this.
I mean, we have to finish our conversation. You left me hanging on that one. I wanted to talk about it with you.
Okay. Did I not answer, or did I just beat around the bush for like 5 minutes?
That's when you focused on a different thing first, and then
Okay.
didn't circle back.
Oh, you're
to it
talking
again.
about. I see. My bad.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, yeah. No, you're fine. We can
As
talk
far-
about something less serious.
Oh no, I did leave you hanging. Are you referring to how I would describe what happened?
Mm.
And I just
Well,
said.
I mean, you could answer that if you'd like, but I'm not so curious about that anymore.
Oh, okay. Then, sorry, Tillman's actually confused now. What question are you looking for an answer for?
You just answered it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I just tongue tied myself. All right.
No, you're fine. I looked through and I was like, oh yeah, it was this and this. Don't really care about this anymore, but I'll ask about this.
To round out that first question of intense not being the way I would describe what happened. Reckless comes to mind. Foolhardy. Impatient. And brave.
Gotta throw that in there.
It's a. My father would often tell me there's a fine line between bravery and foolishness. Being a good person, a good leader, a good what have you. It's how well you can gauge the line and know what side of it you're on at a given moment. You've gotten a lot of Stark wisdom in the past hour or so.
Yeah, I can tell. I mean, I got enough in person as well. Now I have my own father's wisdom. It's a lot.
Enjoy it.
Huh.
Take it in. No, seriously. Once if we have a moment before the shit hits the fan again, as it is wont to do around us, just spend some time with him. Catch up.
I'm trying to do, but it seems like shit is always hitting the fan.
Well, something I don't think you could do with him before he left. Could break into the private stock and share a drink with him.
That's true, we didn't do that.
There you go. It's a start.
Alright, that's a good idea.
Anyway, you've chopped those carrots into oblivion. Let me see them.
It's all like mashed at this point.
All
We're
right.
good to finish up with the food.
Yeah. I figured with that statement you were.
Yeah.
With that statement, you finish making the food, and even Albert's like, that smells really good. You take it
Yeah,
up
that's
to topside and kind of like find a nice set of crates and stuff because there's not really anywhere to have like a dining section on the ship
Breaks
aside
out the
from below
fine
deck.
China, pulls out crates.
Pulls out a tablecloth.
Yeah.
And kind of set up as after you begin and start like calling people up to have some food and whatnot. Rost rings up Pelly.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
And you're like holding
Back in
her
the
by
day.
her collar.
Oh, like
Yep.
yeah, it's a death grip on the collar.
Rost, what the hell are you doing?
She's
We're
got
supposed
an
to be
orb.
having
Get
a
your
meal.
father.
What do you mean she has an orb?
She has an orb, like what we had. Members are compromised. This is one. There could be more.
Oh shit, what is it?
Arvas was acting strange. Adam is missing. Jack's smoking the munitions. Don't trust any of them. We're handling this now.
In the middle of our meal? Hey everybody, let's eat this meal and have a therapy session together.
Absolutely, because you know what? We need to do this. Arthur
like,
will not throw
quickly
off our son.
quickly Alred has a bowl and is like trying to like cool it down and like this. All right, yep, like, we're going to get to it. Oh
Yep.
man, this
So
is great.
Ross is gonna subdue Pele by
Looks delicious.
wrapping rope around wrist and ankle so that they don't move.
We need to
And at that
bring
point-
everybody else in, not just
Uh,
the people that are suspected either.
Ross, I need you to roll a D100 as you've made quite a commotion on deck now.
All right, emergency meeting. God, you were not telling me you attempted to
45.
play in a character and I had no idea how to play, so I kept on voting for Ost on accident.
I hate how middle ground that 45 is. Give me another D100 roll, but this time call it high or low.
Hi.
We only ride
All
here,
right.
baby.
So thankfully, even though you've caused quite a bit of commotion on topside, the only people that are kind of around are Beryl, Arsene, and you individuals with Alred as well. Not only that, but Oscar and Sorolis are there.
Can I throw a notice check into the mix just to help?
Yeah, go ahead.
Or-
Throw me a notice check.
Since this is a thing we did have to take care of, I just didn't know it was happening right now. Oh shoot, I haven't updated my stats on here. Fuck. Whoopsie. One moment.
They not save?
Oh, maybe I did. Hold on. Whatever. That's right.
Here are you,
Yep, that's 4.
Rust. Put you over here. Now, Adam's not
Oh,
there.
yeah, I
at the
never
moment.
actually updated these values. Let me do that now.
Let's see. Arvas. Yeah, that's right. All right. Notice check. 4. Pumping anything or just 4?
4's fine for now.
4's fine. All right, done and done. As you look around quickly and investigate, you just mostly notice those who are there. Though out of the corner of your eye, you see. I say you'll see one thing that's amiss. You see up towards the crow's nest, And I'm going to need also a subsequent deception or stealth roll from you. You see out of the corner of your eye a Oscar with his hands kind of raised above his head, still looking down at you guys. And there's someone behind him, like, holding a gun towards him.
Do I recognize this someone?
It looks like Adam.
What the fuck?
It looks like they're playing it very calm, very cool, and collected.
I'm pointing this out to the crew. Adam has Oliver at gunpoint right now.
Are you saying it open, or
Low, so, you know.
I need you to roll me a stealth check?
Okay. Also, my character's stats aren't saving right now in Foundry. It's a bug we can fix later, but...
Okay.
Sure, I will put a fate point into that. We'll call that Bloodied Bonds.
All right. Let me
If I'm-
take.
If I'm just whispering it to the people around me, we'll say that's a 3.
That's a 3?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just kind of like... Nobody freak the fuck out, but look up. Oliver is being held at gunpoint by our dear friend Adam.
That you say that. Does anyone look up?
I would look up.
All right. Anyone else?
Ross is busy walking to go below deck, but he wants to get kind of a better angle, so he's like a little more hidden. Is what he's
Need
trying
you to roll
do.
me stealth.
Absolutely, buddy. 5.
Success. Lisha.
Oh, Alicia's gonna be like walking up like with the orb, like, you know, just kind of like flicking it around, you know, picking it up, like, oh, and she's gonna look up and be like, hey,
Oh, you do that?
oh yeah, she's like,
Please, I don't
Alright.
want him to shoot
Oscar's getting
Oscar.
shot.
oh no, no, no,
Oh my
No,
god.
what?
Oscar's getting shot.
How is that even fair?
Adam is up top.
Motherfuckers on the
You're-
crow nest.
Yes, they're both looking down at you.
Mark,
Like, you see Oscar, you don't see Adam. Like you kind of see Adam. Mordecai's the only one who's pointed it out. And they're both gauging and watching the situation to see how it goes.
does anybody know what kind of magic he uses in his gun?
For Adam uses silver and yellow moonstone magic.
Real quick, Mark, as soon as Lisha calls out, I just have a quick... how high up is the crow's nest?
Crow's Nest is about, I want to say 40.
Cool. The gauntlet has a range of 50. I'm yanking the gauntlet hook at Adam.
All right, it's going to be a high DC, but roll me your fighting.
Where the hell did my thing go? There we are. I am overclocking some prosthetics on the bat.
All right, I just need to know what your total roll is.
I'm also gonna burn another fate point into it.
What's your total roll?
That would be 8.
Your total roll is 8. Okay, give me 1 second. You just beat the roll. As who were you aiming for again?
I'm yanking
Adam or Oscar?
I'm yanking Adam out of the crow's nest.
All right. As immediately you yank Adams out of the crow's nest, there's a shot that just misses Oscar.
Okay, can I use Glacy Obstrom and lock one of his magics on his gun.
Yep, go ahead and roll it.
I'll use the fate point and add a +2.
Plus
So
2.
total 7.
Roll a 7. Success. It is just a normal one, so roll me a d2, please.
How do I?
Actually, I could roll it.
Okay. That's fine.
You successfully lock Silver Moonstone magic from him.
Okay.
All right. Ross, I need one more D100 roll from you, please.
Alrighty.
Is
Am I
Adam,
calling high or low again?
Yeah, you can call high or low again.
Low.
Nice.
You successfully yank Adam out of the crow's nest. He comes down to your arms and to the ground with a hard thud, and you have him held, obstructed, and locked on his magic.
I call up to Oscar and ask if he's okay.
Oscar sighs and leans over the fucking edge and is like, "Yep, I'm alright."
Is there anybody
Jesus
else up
Christ. No, it's just me.
there? Okay.
Lord, I'm so sorry to disturb your meal. I think we might be having that therapy session right now.
Oh crap. Yep. Nope. I see
We
it.
need to find anybody else that needs to be put in this right now. Is there anybody else?
Oh yeah, there's that fucking ass little mole. Got this from.
Voss, and I think Jax is the other. So, Leisha, if you'd be so kind to
gladly.
retrieve the mole, I've got Jax.
All right, I need both of you to roll me notice checks, please.
Isn't Adam still seriously beat the fuck up?
From from the pole or from the last encounter?
No, Adam is the one that we found beat up, right?
No. Okay.
Back
now,
when,
Dark
yes.
Rift guy?
What?
Are you talking about the Dark Rift guy? Or are you talking about the bartender from Nasir?
Isn't this the bartender from Nasir?
Yeah,
It is the
But-
bartender
Yeah.
from Nasir.
he's had a while though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been well over a month since that happened.
Man, we saved this man's life. We were gonna take him back to his fucking wife.
You think you were the only ones mind controlled?
We knew this was going to happen eventually. We just wanted to have a nice dinner.
I'm sorry. Played out differently.
No, low key, this has been sitting in the back of my head for a while now. Of when do we do this? I didn't
Yep.
know how far we could push Alred, but came to shove.
The rolls were 4 and 5. Let me do one quick check. Leisha, you successfully find Hervas. Roll me fighting to subdue him.
I guess that's how get him. Uppercut that man. There. we
He
go.
so he squirms, is no, and tries to duck into a cupboard or a wall around the corner, and you just grab him and yeet him and bring him back up board. Frost, you're having a difficult time finding Jax.
I'm gonna start asking some of the crew members I'm passing by. Hey, have you seen Jax?
You're what?
As I'm walking down the decks and searching for Jax, I'm gonna find the nearest crew member. Hey, have you seen this man?
I need you to roll me another investigation.
Another investigates. All right.
Dalashi, maybe your rapier might come in handy here. If Frost is having trouble finding him.
Yeah, that's true. I can try to spy on Jax.
Is that your final roll of Rust?
Yes, it is.
Okay. You do find Beryl, Arsene, no one from your crew currently, and like they are agreeing, like, yeah, yes, of course, we'll help you out. And they start searching with you, and you look and find kind of hunched over and semi-drugged and like trying to claw his way back up to standing. You find Leaf. Yeah.
Oh.
As he's like trying to like he's looking at you trying to tell you something, but he's having a hard time, and he's like trying to cough and like say munitions, and then he's just like huddling over himself.
So if Ross hears the word munitions out of everything,
Barely, yes.
makes a beeline for munitions.
All right, you do so. Immediately, you go as Beryl and Arsene start tending to Leaf. And Arsene is already starting to cure him and heal him back up. You immediately go to munitions, and there is a base level underneath where you guys keep the Undying Shade, and you're opening up immediately a spare storeroom of like extra cannonballs, extra gunpowder, a bunch of stuff. It is a more centralized, packed room. As you slam open the door, Jax is there, and God, I can't believe I'm using him for this.
Whoa!
Oh, all right. Hey there, Roast.
Hard overhand right to the face. No hesitation. Going for the knockout.
Roll me a contested fighting roll.
Okay.
Ooh.
So
Oh, shit.
2 first ask questions later to make that a 9 total, buddy.
Ain't this what
That was almost a full crit.
Yeah, almost a full crit.
We haven't burned a limb break in a while.
Mm.
Yep. You successfully knock him the fuck out as he's like right there, holding like a light, ready to go with you.
Oh, Jesus.
Imagine like door bursts open. He's like, "Hey, what are you?" And just middle of sentence, just bam, glass jawed.
All right. Oh shit! My money maker.
Of course, puts out the light, grabs him, drags him up top.
Hey! Whoa! Why don't we
Another
just go
punch to the
explode
face.
together?
And another one for good measure.
Oh, fuck!
Go
Oh
to
boy!
sleep.
Can you stop these tunes? No, I don't think so. Oh, fuck!
Oh my God.
Actually,
Really? Oh, you just have to go for the oh, baby. Ah.
I just imagine the rest of us here was muffled through like the deck.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's happening as he's dragging him. Like he'll stop like every couple of steps for him, like go to sleep, punch, and keep walking.
Oh my God.
Like that Red Dead give it quiet.
Yeah, I fucking wish I had the silence spell. We always like go to sleep and just keep punching him. Get to the top of the deck, man's face is just horribly bruised.
You successfully do so, successfully bring him back up, and then have the 4 crew members who are the most sus at the current moment.
Go sleep, punch.
Oh, man. Oh.
It took him long enough, and Frost looks at his hand, sees his knuckles also bloody and bruised.
Bro.
Takes out a piece of cloth, starts wrapping his hand.
Is that all of them?
That's the 4
Oscar
that Elisha
comes
boy
down
had to
from
beat.
the crow's nest and is like, jeez, yeah.
You warned us about this in advance. It was Oscar was the one who.
Yeah, Oscar had pointed out, like, careful of Jax and Adam specifically.
Yeah, I remember Adam and Jax.
He'd been watching them and noticed it. They
Yeah.
were acting weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
because
pointed out to me about them, so now we have them here.
since Pelly and Hervas were always below deck, he didn't really see their suspicious activities as much.
Well,
But,
Alred,
oh.
wouldn't mind us troubling you once more.
Yep.
Can we do it together on this one?
Yeah. You can work together. Roll me magic. And bonding.
Ross is gonna pull out the problem solver and click it over to green magic, because he knows he's gonna have to heal Jax after this.
All right.
I'm gonna use the fate point, make mine a 7.
Done and done.
Perfect.
For setting the scene and specific scene purposes, I will dip into my fate point reserve and also add it to this.
You mean Alred's fate point reserve?
Nope, I have a GM fate point reserve. I just never really use it, but I'm going to start using it
Say,
soon.
since when?
Since I re-looked at the guidebook and re-looked at the rules for fate. This is a good scene to use it for. So I'll add a +2 to his, making his an 8.
Oh, quick. I gotta pee.
No problem.
And I think Tyler stepped away too.
Yep. Go
So,
quickly
I'll
use
be
the
right back.
bathroom, and then we'll do this scene as soon as you get back.
God, if I ever commission art again, once I get some spare money,
Yeah.
I'm getting that scene done where he's like, "Go to sleep."
Oh, jeez, baby. Oh,
Like, it's gonna be a multi-panel comic of just go to sleep, punch, drag, go to sleep.
all right. Get ready for locked and loaded.
Ross gonna start carrying like brass knuckles or something, like armored gloves. So just like enough of this.
Hey, yo, man, I can make you shock knucks.
Oh, God.
Keep that in mind.
You can use yellow magic, so it's not too far out of the realm possibility for you as far as control.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we still have that shock stick somewhere around.
Stun
I don't
baton?
think we yeah, the stun baton.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we ever got rid of it. We talked about it, but we never did.
Yep. I thought you sold it.
I think we.
You
Did we?
know, actually, nope. One blue and stun baton still in my inventory. I thought
Okay.
about selling it, but I'm like, I know I'm gonna do something with this. So it survived the Facebook friend purge of my inventory.
Nice.
That would be a conversation that Frost would have with Mordecai after the fact. Like, hey, I need you to make these because in case this happens again, I need to easily subdue them.
Handshake. Ooh, that would be a good thing to include on a Colton gauntlet too.
Shock mod.
Latch somebody with the hook, and I can zap them as I pull them.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. All right, so to set the scene real quick, you and Alred both get on respective sides of the four, as they're kind of corralled into a center section, so this way you can proceed to work your magical therapy. Upon constructing the dome, purple boom. No, sorry, I had a burp.
As they're setting up, I'm gonna hand bowls respectively to Ross and Laisha.
It's a show. It's dinner and a
it's-
show.
Dinner and a show.
I was gonna. That was my joke. Damn it.
Well, I helped with dinner, so I can say it.
It's fair, but it was my joke.
As you guys proceed to this dinner and a show, Purple Moonstone magic formulates its healing circle as usual, you see the projected scene of time slip back, turning weeks, days, months, back over to when your crew was on the run and kind of that initial chance encounter with Arthur. You see him and his men all get aboard the ship, and you see specifically some that are here and on board. As you see Arthur pour over and use his special ability to rework the Moonstone magics and the mental fortitude of your crewmates, you see him attempt to coerce them all into contracts. However, the only 4 that look like the contracts stick as the rest just pass out seem to be these 4.
There aren't any others.
No, the rest, Zerolis, Oscar, Kasif, and Leaf, all hold on strong, grit their teeth, and force themselves to pass out, while Arthur makes sure to gloss over their memory to kind of erase what time was there. The only successful contracts worked and coerced into these 4 that you have rounded up, as they are each given stones, and he even makes mention of this and assigns each of them to look after the rest of the crew members to make sure that they are also kept under guard and watch. Initializing a protocol that, should the 4 of you exhibit your own interesting behaviors, that sabotage efforts be slowly worked into the ship, slowly, subtly over time.
Oh, looks like I have some fucking work to do.
Yup.
God, I can't wait till we can get a hold of Arthur.
Oh, he's gonna get everything coming to him.
As you see glimpses of moments, you see different transitions, different calls between either Hervas, also checking in on Shalu, as there's a conversation that is kind of had him be a go-between in order to see if he could somehow coerce Shalu. However, Shalu has remained neutral, as the prospects that you 4 have given so far are more interesting at the moment as opposed to his prospects that he has raised. You see that this was a very recent conversation of when you all got back, while you were all off finding Alred in the temple. This conversation had went on. More time passes, and there's a slight conversation between Heli and Cerolis, or not Cerolis, Nitok. As it shows Pelly conversing and getting further orders, as he is checking out a lead that is within the Silver Isles on the Bane weapon there. No news yet, but to stall you guys further should the need arise. And as that finishes and flourishes, the healing circle takes place, and the rest of them are absolved of their contracts, as you see some of their crystals, at least that are on them, shatter. The only crystal that's intact is the one that Lisha pilfered off of Hervas.
Can we try to use it and communicate with Arthur?
Are you going to try?
I'm talking to the group.
Let's hold off on that idea for right now.
We finished
It may be worth looking into later, considering it is Arthur's creation. If we have tools that allow us to spy on people, we could probably use it as a focus to get a better look at where he's at to spy on him.
Hmm.
That is fair.
I just want to threaten him.
You just want to drop in his DMs and say, bitch.
No, we're
Bitch.
for your ass. That's what I want to say.
As Mordecai begins passing out bowls to Delashi, Alred, and anyone else who didn't.
What does my father think?
Your father's like, that was quite something. Are they going to be okay? Well, that one looks especially beat up.
Oh no, don't worry, I got this. And Ross will put.
Pulls out a gun.
Then he sees he pulls out a gun and he's like, God, jeez.
No, I got this. So
Oh, I
of course
thought
he's
you
gonna
could
point it
counter.
down. He's like, Jax, wake up, up here, look at me. As soon as Jax bam, Zachary.
Or only magic.
As Mordecai pulls out a small notebook and makes a scribble.
Wouldn't it be shoot? That's what I use.
Yes.
It's a 3.
You heal him a bit. Not a lot, but a bit.
It's enough to traumatize him. Is all I need.
It's enough he's like, fuck, why does my head hurt?
You have been absolved, my son. Blessed be your path.
You are healed, pal.
When did you become a priest, my man?
Like this, bang! Gives him another one.
Fuck. Son of a bitch. Warn a man when you do that. Even though it heals, it still stings. Ow.
I got a 7 on that other roll.
That's some tough fucking love.
It's,
You heal him back up.
Welcome to the holy sacrament of Shoots McBang.
Oh God.
it's family dinner. Unfortunately, you were underneath a contract like some of your compatriots here. Unfortunately,
Family
You were a
dinner,
little more
geez,
worried.
remind me not to be always invited to the cookout.
no, listen, buddy.
You're up to 12 now.
It's okay. Like I said, you and some of your fellow crewmates, you had a contract from Arthur. We got that fixed. Unfortunately, your contract had you nearly blow up the ship, so I had to step in and beat your ass.
Beryl as well as Arsene start like Beryl has Leaf kind of like on his shoulder, coming back up as Arsene is finishing up the healing process, coursing through poisons at him. And initially, Leaf looks especially pissed at her boss. Or
I
the
thought it was-
eyes are like
I thought
looking
it was
over there.
Jax.
No.
thought
It's
it
a
was-
mixture.
Now, let's all remember.
He looks
That-
pissed at both Pelly and Hervas.
Let's all remember, first of all, that there was some mindfuckery going on that none of us were fucking fans of. Thank you, Alred, and Tadashi for curing us of that bullshit.
Hopefully, we don't have any more of that to deal with.
We believe it is all taken care of now. So, over the next couple hours, should we do still have the orb?
Leaf
I'm
I'm not
slowly
gonna ponder
goes.
this thing forever.
Leaf
Sorry?
I'm not gonna ponder this thing forever.
Ponder
Why
the
don't-
orb.
Why don't we explain the situation to the crew, eat some delicious fucking food, if I do say so myself, and then we can ponder the orb.
Leaf slowly like hovels over to Pelly and Hervas, lifts up their wrists and gives them firm slaps on it. And then he's like, walks away back to Beryl and is like, kind of huffs.
Let's not hold any grudges. Things should
Well-
become more clear over the next few hours.
He literally gave them slap on the wrists.
I
Yeah.
understand. I understand. But I'm just Mordecai's attempting to put out fires across the crew right now.
Roll me empathy.
How is Pelly reacting? Like, how are they reacting now that they're out of the?
Pelly is scared shitless because it feels like she just woke up and it should be months. It like should be like weeks to months ago.
Oh no.
That's how
I'm
she
gonna
feels.
I'm gonna hit this with the wink, and I'm gonna dump another fate point into it.
Total of?
so 8.
All right. Crew begins to settle down. Crew begins to ease up. Tensions are mellowed, and an understanding is had. As
Lysa offers Pelly some sweets she stole from Beryl.
Ellie, shocked but happy, takes the sweets and
Have some Nasirian food.
has comfort from them.
Some power long home cooking.
Everybody engages in the cooking, engages in the food, and
Yep.
now that the storm has passed, relaxes a moment.
We understand this is a lot to take in. Trust us, we get it. We do appreciate that you all have stuck with us, stuck up for us, stuck through with us through all of this wild ride and bullshit. And we do understand if this is too much, more than what you were expecting. We can talk about that next time we land port, but for now you're stuck with us.
Kasif is actually one of the first to chime up. Is like, you know, you are in dangerous waters. I don't know. What can you ease us for at least our safety coming along?
I mean, you are all a crew. You're all part of our extended family. I'm looking at Ross, like I'm not sure if I'm the one who should be doing the
So,
rousing cruise speech,
Ross-
but, like,
Ross will give you a nod as you're going on. He's waiting for Mordecai to have a break for him to stand before he's going to speak.
okay. But, you know, speaking personally, I would put myself in front of a spear or bullet for anybody on this ship. I cannot, you know, speak to everyone, make that promise on behalf of everyone, but as far as I'm concerned, you're all extended family. The Syrians, most of you, we understand what that means for us. So, no, we would never intentionally let anything happen to you, and I wanted to apologize for my part, at least, in the mess that we just cleaned up. It was long overdue.
Again,
Also
with
stand
your
at that point.
Yeah.
He speaks the truth. We as a crew stand for one another. We've come together, whether it be for coin, for fame, or even just to do something in this world. Speaking as your captain, it is my duty to ensure that ship and crew arrive to port safe and sound every time. I give you my word, not only as captain, not only as a Bane Clan member, but as Rost himself. I will do what I can to protect every single one of you. If you feel that the waters get too rough, we bid you no harm, no ill will. We arrive at port, you're welcome to take your leave. For those who wish to stay, please, feel free to stay. Things may get messy, things may get tough. We downright will look death in the face. But it's how we get through as one is all that matters. But enough with the doubts, the self-centered's. It is time for us to eat. We break bread with one another, say thanks for our days, and pray for safe travels in the future. I believe that we have Mr. Mordecai and looks at Dalashi, and he kind of mouths Delsier Dalashi. He mouthed it to you, so he wants a confirmation before he says it.
You respect your choice and self-identification. God damn it.
Understand, but that's like so obvious in front of it. Just call me Delashi.
Yes.
I like
Mr.
Oscar like
Mordecai
looks.
and
Is it
Delashi
time yet? Is it time yet?
Have worked
Well,
incredibly
I just
hard on
nod.
this meal. We also have Delashi's father joining us as well. So
Hey.
please, dig in, eat.
Why
The
did you
crew-
just go, hey?
It's like,
That's
hey,
such a
you
dad
just
thing.
he
Well, it's-
does. He's like,
To be
I
fair,
don't
he
know how to
probably hasn't
not
been-
make this awkward.
He probably hasn't been part of like a public toast in a long time.
It's just so I'm just like imagining this
Present.
scene.
Hey,
Hey.
hey, here, helped you all. Congratulations. Yeah, food's good. My daughter and her friend Mordecai, great food, great stuff.
My mother.
The crew eases tension, calms down, and we'll be thinking of your words going forward. We'll be thinking of this moment and what you show them as far as your resolve to protect them, as far as your resolve to keep this family, and as far as your resolve for the adventure and to combat any horrors that befall the crew or dare stare into your face. With that, we end our session tonight with a pleasant meal and, well, the comfort of stronger bonds forged for whatever lies ahead. Thank you, everyone, for watching the Arcadian Campaign, and thank you to my cast and crew for tonight's session.
Yay. Adam, sorry for yanking you off the crow's nest, but Oscar, that was pretty fucking sick save, right?
You yanked me off the crow's nest?
Oh yeah, it was like 5 minutes ago.
Jeez, all right.
You had shot Oscar, I don't know what I would have done.
Oh shit, I was going to shoot Oscar?
Yes, you had
Yeah.
a gun against his head.
You did
Sorry,
have it
kid.
coming, to be fair. But Oscar, sick save, right?
Look, I want to be a good shot, but like I don't want to be that good of a shot.
You were point blank. It would have been a bad shot if you missed.
Oh, look, that competition got to me, okay?
All I'm saying is I didn't miss my shot.
Wow, okay, I see how, and
I
then you
swear
guys
to
start
God.
trolling, like,
Mhm.
conversation and a rouse and a ruckus come forward as the crew is now being more of a crew.
The guy's gonna politely roast Delashi in front of an Assyrian's like, guess who didn't know what the curry block is?
Wow!
This man don't know what the pull-up method is. Wow.
Sorolus is like, I'm not surprised.
All right.
Man likes to live dangerously.
What can I say? I mean, you don't see any little Mordecai's running around. I take care of it.
Yet.
I take care of it.
And for that, we're ending tonight's session. Love you guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next time on the Arcadian Campaign. Cheers!